Right, Nick, let's talk about the Miami Hurricanes. And of course, we have to talk about head coach Mario Cristobal and what he's able to do in the recruiting game, but not the recruiting of high school recruits. This is the recruiting of transfer portal guys, something that seems to be more and more important in college football as we progress through this NIL era. Let's get in the article and we can talk more about what Miami's done on the other side. This is from over on Three Sports. Hayes Fawcett from On Three Sports really does a tremendous job. And he said, Miami portal recruiting. In the last 24 hours, the Hurricanes have landed running back Damian Martinez, the top available player in the portal, which was also Miami's top available running back. Wide receiver Sam Brown, top available wide receiver in the portal. Linebacker Jalen Alderman, one of the top linebackers in the portal. And cornerback Deani Hill, 55 tackles and an interception in 2023, and they are not done yet with the eyes emoji. You know that means something crazy is possibly about to happen, but this is crazy enough as it is. These are four incredible players. Miami gets them out of the transfer portal early on in this second portal, go around. I think this is huge for Coach Cristobal and Chloe. But Nick, I want to know what your thoughts on this are, but Miami fans, in the comment section below, I know that Coach Cristobal has done a great job so far with the recruiting classes, with the transfer portal classes, but let me know in the comments below. What has impressed you more? His ability to get recruits out of the transfer portal or what he's done with his recruiting class of high school recruits this 2024 class? Let us know what is more impressive to you in the comment section below. But Nick, what do you think about these latest gets for Miami? What does this all mean for the program?
Well, I think it's a great sign for the Hurricanes program, and here's why. Look, any coach, I shouldn't really say this, but any coach who's at least halfway competent can have one good recruiting class, one good transfer class, right? Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M had a lot of trouble, had a lot of issues, save for one season, but he had one outstanding recruiting class one time, right? We see this, periodically. One coach comes in, the stars align, maybe he has some booster assistants and he has a great recruiting class or a great transfer class or something like that, right? What we're seeing from Coach Cristobal is a trend, is an indicator of long-term success because this is a guy in Cristobal that over the last four, I'll call them four separate classes, 2023 recruiting, 2023 transfer, 2024 recruiting, and 2024 transfer, he's led the Miami Hurricanes to top 10 all four of those categories, rankings wise, according to 24/7 Sports. Right. That's a trend that Coach Cristobal and his staff knows how to get players at the high school level and knows how to go out and get players in the transfer portal as well. And just having that elite pipeline of talent. And ideally, in a perfect world, you just rely on your recruiting class. But I think one of the things people forget about Miami is just like every other program in Florida, it is so incredibly stacked with high school talent. It's so brutally competitive that it's almost impossible to have to rely every single year on recruits from your state because you have literally every other program in the country is down in Broward, Miami-Dade trying to find prospects. So you're going to have years where you're going to lose a local guy or two or a state guy or two just because Ohio State's down there, just because Alabama, Georgia, whoever is down there. That's just going to happen. It's the reality of being in the state of Florida. But what you have to do when you're in that situation, you have to make sure you do a good job supplanting that through the transfer portal. And that's exactly what Coach Cristobal has done. He's done it at a bunch of positions, whether it was quarterback, whether it's running back, wide receiver, linebacker, DB. Every single position group, he can go out and get the transfer portal. We talked about how well he's doing in the recruiting game as well in terms of every single position. There is no deficiency recruiting wise on this staff. And that's what I think is really incredible about what Coach Cristobal has done. Not only are they bringing in good classes, both in recruiting and transfer portals, they're also bringing in deep classes. They're not just collecting talent, right? They're not just bringing in five great linebackers or something weird like that. They're collecting or not, they're building, not collecting, excuse me. They're building a deep quality team. And I think sooner rather than later, we're going to see a Miami Hurricanes team competing for berths in the college football playoff.
Yeah, Nick, and there's another point that I think is very interesting about this Miami team is kind of like the plan that they had going into this transfer portal class. What do they do first? They get the quarterback that they need. They get a guy like Cam Ward. They allow him to come to the school, practice throughout spring, have some good highlights from him, have some good words from him about Miami. Then what do? They hit the portal again this time, looking for the playmaker. Say, hey, we got the star quarterback. We've got a guy that can make all the plays. He's a super athlete. He can do a lot of really great things. Come play for Miami. I think we're going to give you a lot that you're looking for. Then able to get two of the top playmakers in the portal and running back, Martinez, wide receiver Brown. I think it's a really good strategy, a smart way of doing things and thinking by Coach Cristobal. As well, they turn it into two great defensive players as well. They didn't just, hedge their bets on the offense this year. Very balanced, very well run class thus far. I just think in the high level, when you look at what Miami's able to do, it seems like Coach Cristobal, he hits the portal and he has a plan. He knows how to get one player and leverage it into more players later on. And a lot of coaches don't think that way, and they don't have the foresight to be able to do something like that. Data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, even your relatives. It's all out there. That's why we use Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows us which data brokers are selling our information and automatically submits opt-out requests for us.
Cleaning up our information not only reduces the amount of that stupid spam we all get, but it also protects us from hackers who could use this information to help them access our social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. Aura also does much more to protect us and our families from online threats. We also get features like antivirus protection, VPNs, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. That's really key. One location to get all this great stuff. It's really easy to set up. And the best of all, we get everything at one affordable price.
You may already have one or two of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and leaving the back door wide open. Aura is always on doing the hard work of keeping us safe so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. We value our privacy and we also value yours. So go to aura.com/SMI college to start your 2-week free trial. Again, linked in the description below. Go to aura.com/SMI college to start your 2-week free trial today.